Okay, got a few more licks to share with you on the basics of bluegrass guitar, beginner stuff. And today we're going to be utilizing the pentatonic scale a little bit. The first box of the pentatonic scale, and it looks like this. We're going to start on the 3rd fret and use our first finger and use our pinky finger on the 6th fret of the low E string. Then the next 3 strings are going to look like this. We got what's called a whole step, which is the distance of 2 frets. A half step is 1 fret, a whole step is 2 frets. So the next 3 strings are going to be a distance of a whole step. So we have, and the last 2 strings are going to be the same as the first one. Okay, we're only going to use the bottom half here, and we're going to add a little extra note in there. So it's going to sound like this. Okay, and it's going to be, you're going to walk it all the way down four notes on the E string and then the B string. So just practice that over and over again to get used to that feel. And that's kind of a stretch. I mean, fingers won't be used to that if you're beginning playing, and so you just got to work at it. So it's back, and then back on the next string. And that's picking every note. What we're going for is picking the first 2 notes, and then picking the next note, and then pulling off. Now on the hammer-ons and pull-off section, if you remember, we was going to talk about using our finger to kind of dig into that string and then flick it to give it volume. If you just lifted your finger off, it wouldn't have any volume. Kind of dies. So we have to flick it to continue, as almost as if we're using an extra pick stroke without the pick, but our finger is making a pick stroke. So here's what it's supposed to sound like. Okay. So we're still doing the same descending pattern, except the last time we're not picking that note. We're pulling off to the last note. We're not actually picking it. So we're going to do the walk down the first way, and then we're going to come back. We're kind of barring these 2 strings here on the 3rd fret, the B and the E string, because we're going to come back to that E string. Okay, we're going to come back to the D string, and we're going to do this again. So we got 2 sections. Here's the first one. And the second section is this. So we put the first section and the second section together. First section, second section. Okay. We'll get that under your belt for a little while first before you move on to the next part. And if you look at the picking, on the B string, it's always going to be a downstroke. We're going to start with a downstroke. Down, up, up on the E string, and then another down on the B string. So down, up, down, up, down. And sit there and cycle that over and over again. And you're going to feel kind of a cramping in your hand right in here. Because that pinky is going to be using a lot of muscle, and it's building your pinky strength up doing that. So give it a rest every now and then and stretch it out. And then the next part is going to be on the G string. Remember I said we're just going to use the bottom half of the pentatonic scale. But we're going to add a little extra note. We're going to keep our pinky finger on that 6th fret. Now we're on the G string, and we're going to do this. It's going to be another pull off. We're going to pull off with our pinky and put our ring finger down on the 5th fret. So it's going from the 6th fret to the 5th fret on the G string. Now if you want to, you can actually extend that finger and slide. And that's a slide, and here's the pull off. Excuse me. Typically I do the pull off because my pinky's already there and I don't have to reach forward and come back with it. And then after you do that, you're going to lift off and hit the open G string. And then we're going to slide up from the 3rd fret to the 4th fret on the G string. And that's kind of a tricky thing because you're coming down and then you're coming back up. Okay, so here's what we got so far. And then the last note is an open G string. The picking for that is 1 stroke, a downstroke, and then the open G string the first time is going to be an upstroke. And then the rest of them are downstrokes. So just for picking, watch this hand. Okay, you might have to practice those sections. We got section 1 and section 2, and then the section 3 is. Okay, so that's that lick. And then later on you can extend it down to finally get to the G because it kind of leaves you hanging there. You can extend it. Just find a way to get down to that G. Obviously it won't sound right all the time, but you can extend it without having to, just end there. So that's your lick for this time around. And please subscribe, stay tuned, and I've got some more things on the way. I'm going to be recording some more videos today. It's a nice bright day outside, and got some of my lights on, so it's a pretty day to do some videos. So thank you guys for watching. Add me as a friend or as a contact, whatever YouTube's calling it now. And be sure to stay tuned and subscribe. And be sure to check out my other website, www.secretsoftexasbluesguitar.com. And if you're interested in lessons in the Upper Cumberland area of Tennessee, my website for that is ericbeatty.musicteachershelper.com. So check those 2 sites out and let me know what you think. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.